Most Venerable Shadow Dr. Asin Nainisara, Founder Chancellor Chicago International Buddhist Academy, Myanmar, Her Excellency Srimati Chandrika Bandaranaike, former President of Sri Lanka, Mr. Miyuru Kimichi, State Minister of Foreign Affairs, Japan, Pujya Sri Ravi Shankar ji, my minister colleague, Dr. Mahesh Sharma, Kiran Rijiju ji, General N.C. Beach, Director, Vivekananda International Foundation, Mr. Masahiro Akiyama, President, the Tokyo Foundation, Japan, Lama Lobjang, distinguished religious and spiritual leaders, venerables from the Maha Sangha and Dharma Guru. I am delighted to be here at the inauguration of Samvad, the global Hindu-Buddhist initiative on conflict avoidance and environment consciousness. This truly an esteemed gathering of spiritual leaders, scholars, and leaders from several countries of the world here, where Buddhism is a prevalent way of life. It is a matter of immense happiness that this conference is being held in India, including in Bodh Gaya. India is the ideal venue to host symposium of this nature. We in India are proud of the fact that it was from this land that Gautam Buddha gave the world the tenets of Buddhism. The life of Gautam Buddha illustrates the power of service, compassion, and most importantly, renunciation. He was born into privileges. The hardship he faced were relatively fewer. Yet, with age grew a distinct consensus about human suffering, about illness, about old age, and about death. He was convinced that material wealth is not the sole goal. Human conflicts repulse him, and then he set out on the path of create a peaceful and compensating society. In those days, he had the courage and conviction to hold a mirror to the society and sought a break free from practices of systems seen as regressive. Gautam Buddha was a revolutionary. He nurtured a faith where human being is at the core, nothing else. The innermost being of man manifests godliness. In a way, he created a faith without God, and a faith where divinity is not about looking anywhere outside, but about looking within. In 3 words, Appa Dipo Bhava, be your own light. Gautam Buddha gave humanity the greatest management lesson. Nothing pained him more than mindless conflict that caused human suffering. Non-violence was integral to his worldview. The message and teachings of Gautam Buddha resonate loudly and clearly with the major themes chosen for this symposium, the themes of avoiding conflicts, moving towards environmental consciousness, and a concept of free and frank dialogue. The three themes may appear independent, but they are not mutually exclusive. In fact, they are mutually dependent and supportive. The conflict in the first theme is among humans, religions, communities, and nation states, also between non-state actors and states and even the world. Intolerant non-state actors now control large territories where they are unleashing barbaric violence on innocent people. The second conflict is between nature and man, between nature and development, and also between nature and science. These types of conflicts call for dialogue to bring about conflict avoidance, not just give and take conflict resolution, negotiations as what is happening today. Ethical values of personal restraint in consumption and environmental consciousness are deeply rooted in Asian philosophical traditions, especially in Hinduism and Buddhism. Buddhism, along with other faiths such as Confucianism, Taoism, Shintoism, has undertaken great responsibility to protect the environment. Hinduism and Buddhism, with their well-defined treatises on Mother Earth, can help examine the changes in approach that need to be made. Climate change is a pressing global challenge. It calls for a collective human action and a comprehensive response. In India, faith and nature have had a deep link since ancient times. Buddhism and environment are deeply correlated. The Buddhist tradition, in all of its historical and cultural manifestation, encourages greater identification with the natural world because from a Buddhist perspective, nothing has a separate existence. The impurities in the environment affect the mind, and the impurities of mind also pollute the environment. In order to purify the environment, we have to purify the mind. The eco-crisis, in fact, is a reflection of imbalance of mind. Lord Buddha therefore accorded importance to the need for preserving natural resources and created tools related to water conservation and forbid the monks from polluting water resources. The nature, forests, trees, and the well-being of all beings play a great role in the teachings of Lord Buddha. I wrote a book, Convenient Action, which was released by the former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. In my book, I have shared my experience in dealing with climate change as the Chief Minister. Personally, it is my reading of Vedic literature that educated me about the strong bond between humans and Mother Nature. We are all aware of Mahatma Gandhi's doctrine of trusteeship. In this context, I want to say that we, the present generation, have the responsibility to act as a trustee of the rich natural wealth for the future generations.